Why does it every time that someone says no respect, he always has to repeat that?
I get no respect. No respect.
Yeah. Every
Say
time.
that, yeah. I don't know. It's such a heavy statement.
He had
you
no
have
respect. No respect.
It just doesn't sound right if you only say it
Yeah,
once.
you need to double it.
That is quite smart, though.
Hello, guys.
Hello, everyone.
This is Weronika.
And that's Waldemar.
And today we are watching someone who we haven't seen. I think never.
I mean, you mean on the channel or not at all?
Not at all.
Okay.
Rodney Dangerfield or Dangerfield, I don't know.
I would say Dangerfield, but I'm not sure.
On the Carson show. Jimmy Carson, I think this was the name of the show. I know Jimmy Carson. I have seen some of some episodes of his show, and with the Rodney Dangerfield, I know his name. Like, it's like so deep in the pop culture that I think I heard this name.
I had the same when you pulled up the video and I said, who are these people? But Carson, like,
Carson,
or for another reason. It's possible that for another reason, but it just sounds
Carson
familiar.
Was host of a very popular talk show.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
In the 70s and 80s, I think in the 90s too. And Rodney Dangerfield was a comedian. But I have never seen a clip of his. Maybe maybe something, but I don't think so. I don't remember. Mostly I remember Kevin Spacey doing impression of his. I think we have seen
We
that
watched
one.
it, yeah. I think it was in the video, impressions done in front of the person? Or no, it would have to be an old. I don't know. An old impression. I don't know.
Well, anyway, it's pretty new for us, so
An absolute first time watching them.
let's just begin.
Let's see. Oh, that's loud.
What a crowd, what a crowd. Beautiful, beautiful. No kidding. Yeah, great out there. Thank you very much. And I'll tell you, tonight it's nice. We got a grown-up crowd, too, Yeah, I did a show last week for a bunch of teenagers. And these kids carry on today, you can't tell boys from girls. I mean, the girls that wear slacks, fellas let their hair grow. I was talking to somebody here, I said, look at that teenager. What's that, a boy or a girl? He said, that's a boy, that's my son. I said, sure, you knew you're his father. He said, I'm not his father, I'm his mother. I don't know, I tell you, life isn't easy. After a while, I don't know who to believe anymore. Well, the other day I was in my bank. They got signs all over there. At this bank of a friend. Last month I was 2 payments behind. My friend took away my car.
Yeah.
I tell you, with me, nothing comes easy. Nothing, Well, last week I saw my dentist. Not a beauty, my dentist. I said to him, can you put in a new tooth to match my other teeth? He put in a tooth with 4 cavities.
Oh, so it's like a one-liner compilation.
Yeah, I
Kind of
think so.
show.
It kind of reminds me of those old comedians that you see in the movies, like, when they are sitting around those circle round tables and they're having like drinks, like martini or something, and there is this comedian and he has those jokes like only one-liners.
Yeah.
Like when you watch a movie from like, not from, but about like 40s or 50s.
Yes, and they're smoking and
Yeah,
sharing the jokes. Yeah, I
yeah.
can see that.
I'll tell you, last week was a rough week for me, last week. I broke up my psychiatrist, too, last week. For the first time, I told him I got suicidal tendencies. He told me from now on I have to pay in advance.
That is quite smart,
The
though.
first time I saw a psychiatrist, I felt like 2 cents. I was a kid. I said to him, Doc, can you help me? All day long, he's thinking I'm ugly. He made me lay in a couch, face down. I tell you, when I was a kid, I got no respect. No respect at all, The time I was lost on a beach, and a cop had me look for my parents. I said to the cop, I think we'll find them. He said, I don't know, kid, there's so many places they could hide. And when I was a kid, my old man, he didn't help either, The time I asked my old man if I can go ice skating on a lake, he told me to wait till it gets warmer. I'll tell you, sometimes I can't take it no more. Well, today I got 2 kids, and that's rough, too, You can't talk to kids today. My boy's birthday last week. Had a little party, brought out the cake. The kid blew out all the candles. I said to him, hope your wish comes true. He said, if it does, that's the last time you'll watch me blow out candles. What a smart kid I got, you know. Like the last time I took my kid to Coney Island, I asked him if he wanted to go in a crazy house. He told me to save my money. We'll be home soon.
But that was really well timed. Or just someone very observant doing the switches.
Yeah, great.
Hey, here we are out with a couple of...
Oh, sorry. I made a mistake now. Oh, if this is Carson, then I meant the other guy. He had an interview with Bobby Fischer.
With the chess player.
Yeah. A blonde hair guy. He also was a host of a talk show. I thought it was Carson.
Is it possible it's this guy but younger?
No, because the interview with Fischer was the year he won the world championship, so it's 1972.
Okay.
This is 1974.
Maybe something very traumatic happened in his life and went
No, it's not the same guy. Well, no, this guy was called Dick Cavett.
Maybe you can refresh Waldemar's memory.
I think Dick Cavett. Well, anyway, let's continue. Sorry for my mistake.
Yeah. Hey, it's good to see you again. It's been a long time.
I always get a kick out of coming out here. They treat you right over here. There's one place they treat you right. You know, I leave the club. I close this week at the club in New York. But I'll be back next Monday.
You just close
September 9th.
Lock it up completely?
I lock the whole thing up for a week. Now I'll come back next Monday night, September 9th, and tell my jokes again at Dangerfield. But it's always a kick to come out here.
Yeah.
I love it out here.
Yeah,
you know,
he has a tick.
Do you?
I'm going to Vegas for a couple of days. I always go over there. You meet so many wonderful, wonderful people in Vegas, Johnny. No idea.
Can you tell us about a few of them?
Well, last time I was there, I met a lovely girl. Oh, a lovely girl. Valerie Dubois.
Valerie Dubois.
Oh, lovely girl. Valerie Dubois. In fact, she told me to call her VD for short.
He did, Valerie.
Did I miss something?
Wonderful people out in Vegas.
Yeah,
really nice. Oh, Vegas really swings. They got the gambling there, the big hotels and nightclubs. Oh, there's what big nightclubs they got there.
Yeah.
It isn't really so different than the places I worked when I broke in. You know, the tough places.
You work on the little joints, right?
Oh, I work tough place. You know, places like Rosario's Rocket Room. You know.
Rosario's Rocket Room. Tough.
Dominic's Atomic Bar and Grill. Another one. Sure. Oh, Dominic, he was tough. Ooh,
Yeah.
tough, Dominic.
Tough owner.
During the show, he used to yell at the acts all the time.
Yeah.
One night a guy was singing, "Why was I born?" He yelled out, "Not to sing!" You know.
That's a real heckler, Dominic. Bad news, yeah.
I tell you, show business, you got to get the breaks. You got to get the breaks, Johnny.
I would guess so, yeah.
I never got the breaks, never.
Really?
When I was a kid, I never got the breaks either, never.
This has been following you all your life, you mean?
I was rough when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I was a kid the first time I had my picture taken. The pony threw me.
I thought he had the
Another one I
picture.
should have
You got to
tried.
try him out of town, right? You can't bring
You
him
gotta take
in.
them on a road to you. Take them on a road. You gotta break them in. So you ever get the feeling you wasted your whole life?
Huh?
I don't know. It's not easy. I got no respect the day I was born.
Really?
No respect. The doctor picked me up and smacked me. I found out the nurse, she got a few in too. You know?
Why does it every time that someone says no respect, he always has to repeat that? And maybe it's a weird thing to notice, but every time I hear someone...
Yeah, you say, I get no respect. No respect.
Yeah. every
Say
time.
that, yeah. I don't know, it's such a heavy statement.
He
You
had
know,
no
you have
respect.
to...
No respect.
It just doesn't sound right if you only say it
Yeah,
once.
you need to double it.
And that's a really good observation, you're right.
And he reminds me a lot, maybe not a lot, a bit, of Norm Macdonald.
I was thinking about that, in the way, but you know what? It's not him that reminds me of Norm Macdonald. It's the interaction between the two and how the host is kind of like indulging what he's saying. And like when he said, "Oh yeah, did that happen when you were a kid?"
He's setting him up for the jokes.
Yeah.
But the jokes are really not related to the topic of the conversation.
Mm-hmm. And he's also treating him like he's kind of a little bit crazy. Like he's not entirely normal. Like he's that uncle that you have to indulge, so you listen to his joke.
Normal?
Yeah, something like that.
We got to take a break here, but then we'll come right back and find out how your health is, because I'm always
This
interested.
comes out so much, I feel like I'm doing a magic act up here.
Well, after this message of interest. If you just happen to tune in late tonight, my guests are Miss Doris Day, Carol Wayne, and we are just listening to the trials and tribulations of Mr. Rodney Dangerfield as a youngster. Sometimes I think you You're putting me on, but you did come from a rather...
Oh, I had a very
Bad
rough, very
background,
rough
didn't
childhood.
you?
I was a lonely kid, too, Johnny. Oh,
Yeah,
was I lonely.
lonely,
Very
huh?
Yeah. Even in the park, I had no friends.
Really?
I remember the seesaw. I had to keep running from one end to the other.
That's lonely. That's sad.
I grew up, I was lonely, too, and I grew up.
Yeah.
I couldn't get dates with girls.
Girls didn't?
Trouble with girls, they go for a guy with looks. Everything is looks, you know.
Yeah.
But this thing's more important than looks. It's underneath what counts. Soul, depth.
Right.
That's what's important, not looks. Now, how many times take a walk in the street, you see a tall, handsome man walking arm in arm with a short, fat, ugly girl? I never saw that. Did you?
Never saw that at all. Never saw that.
I thought I saw
Probably had no soul or any depth there or anything.
The looks don't mean nothing, man. I got a niece, an ugly girl. She got married. She's happy. She married an ugly guy.
Right?
And today they got two very ugly kids.
Ugly kids, yes.
Oh my
In fact,
God.
they're all so ugly in a family album. They only keep the negatives. I'll tell you what's more important than looks is love. You got to have love.
Love is
and
important.
I got plenty of love in me, Johnny.
That's
Plenty
the
of. I
main
love
thing.
a lot of things.
Love.
I love sports. I love music, and
Right.
one of my kids.
How many kids you had?
I got two kids. I love my
Yeah,
kids.
you know, I know
love my
that.
kids, of course, but our boy gives me trouble lately.
Yeah, really?
He's at the age now he copies everything. He sees something, he copies it, you know. This kid imitates everything.
Yeah.
That's why we got rid of the dog.
No, they're very impressionable at that
The
age.
peculiar feeling is your son standing there with one leg up.
Yes, I know what you mean, of course.
No
Great.
offense.
But
But
yeah.
we didn't get rid of the dog. I was just kidding around. That's all, you know.
How's your health? Are you in good health?
Health, very good, very good. There's no love in the house. That hurts my
No
health.
love
too,
in the
for
house.
sure.
Oh. Excuse me, we weren't ready to go to health
Well,
yet.
let me go to
I didn't know that. I
Finish,
see.
you know.
Okay.
Sure, there's no love in the house, you know.
Ah.
You know, my wife's the easiest person to get along with. You know that.
Yeah.
Oh, my wife, you kidding? Is I can tell you stories of my wife sometime.
Yeah.
Or else we'll have a few drinks sometime. I'll start talking.
Really?
When I drink, I talk, you know.
I didn't-
My wife's a cold person, Johnny.
Oh,
Cold.
I'm sorry.
Well, her side of the waterbed is frozen.
Can you imagine if Jimmy Fallon was hosting this? Every sentence Rodney Dangerfield would say, the guy would be rolling on the table like.
That is very true.
You know,
I know.
I
That is very true.
I can't stand the guy.
He does. I don't mind him. He's quite good at like impressions and the activities that he does with the guests, I think. Not sure what him
No,
personally.
I
but
prefer Jimmy Kimmel
Yeah.
a lot more.
yeah, me too, but I think he's solid.
And also, did you notice how like agitated he seemed when the woman hit him?
Yes. I mean, I don't know. I just
Like,
he,
for a brief
he
second,
looks
but it
very
loo-
stressed. Like he is like in his moment, and he like she kind of took him out of the moment.
Yeah,
and
it
from
looked-
his look, I wasn't sure if he was agitated. I got the impression that he like wanted to like act on the joke, but he couldn't come up with what to do. So he quickly carried on with the act, with what he was saying.
Yeah.
Not that he was like offended
But
that
but
she.
it,
that
it
she-
disturbed him.
it
definitely.
disturbed him, and I was also wanted to say like what's happening is he that stressed because I thought once they had the outbreak that when they come back he would have cooled down a little bit, but he's still like, is he on something? Maybe not. Maybe he's just that's his demeanor.
Maybe,
He's stressed,
but maybe it's a tick. You know, some people have ticks like that.
yeah, but it's not just a tick with the tie. It's a lot of what he's doing, right?
I don't know.
But that doesn't stop him being funny. Maybe it's part of the
Yeah,
presentation as well.
guys, if you're watching this now, let us know why this guy was so popular that we know his name even though we've never seen him.
Yeah.
What's the reason behind it?
He said he did have like his own club with his name. Maybe there was something else going on there as well. That's how he would know.
I don't know him from the movies. Definitely, I don't think I ever seen a movie with him.
No, I don't think
So-
so either.
So I don't know why he's so popular. I mean, he's funny, but like, you know, it's weird to know a name of a comedian
Yeah, there's
and never seen him before.
There's plenty of funny people that we don't know. So
Oh, Christ. I never got love when I was a kid either.
Yeah.
My brother got the love. No, because he was much neater than I was. My room was messed up, but it didn't care. My brother's room was in order. His towel was lined up neatly, combs, brushes, hair lotions all in the right place. So what did it mean? What is he today? He's an attendant in a men's room. It didn't mean that. It's embarrassing having a brother works in a men's room. People say, hey, Rodney, what kind of work your brother do? I don't know what to say. I tell me it's a business for himself, you know.
Yeah, that's good.
And they say, yeah, what kind of business? A big business? Well, I'll put it this way. If you closed up tomorrow, a lot of people would suffer.
That's true. That's true.
But the whole thing is, you want to be happy, do the work you like. That's what you got to do, the work you like.
Yeah.
That's important. Do the work you like. And my friend, the doctor, Dr. Vinny Boombach.
Ah, yeah, how is
told
he?
me,
How is the doctor?
The
Good
most
doctor.
important thing is never take your work home with you. A lot
Don't
of
take
guys,
your work
they
home.
take their work home with them.
Right.
There's a guy, my neighbor, a traffic cop for 20 years, Johnny.
Mm-hmm.
Can't forget he's a traffic cop. Takes his work home with him. It's ridiculous. Makes love to his wife. He tells her to pull over.
No, that's bad. That's bad. I see what you mean.
It's very bad. No idea.
But as long as you have your health, I suppose
Health
that's
is the
the main.
most important thing. You know that, Johnny. Health. I mean, you just mentioned before about tennis. I mean, you got to cut out tennis for a while.
I
but
do,
tennis
yeah.
is very good. When you get back in shape, play tennis. It's very good. I don't play tennis. I can't play tennis.
Why's that?
I'm not the tennis type, you know.
Yeah.
Tennis, you got to be rich and come from Connecticut, you know. Hi,
Yeah,
in Dad's car. That's Deuce. You know, I can't.
Doesn't fit you.
I would like to play
No,
tennis.
but tennis is good. That's how you lose weight. You know, you burn up energy, you lose calories that way. Doctors say all kinds of exercise is great. You burn up energy, you lose calories. I mean, in fact, doctors say when a man makes love to a woman, he burns up energy, he loses 150 calories. I made love to a girl once, I lost even more. I lost 150 calories, my watch, and my watch. Now, but you got to eat the right food.
Right
fish.
food,
Fish
John,
is
fish.
very good. Fish.
Fish is important.
Seafood.
Brain
Seafood,
food.
Johnny.
Yeah,
Seafood.
brain food.
Very good. I know me. I love seafood.
Uh-huh.
I don't like seafood restaurants.
Oh, really?
Got no originality. They all got the same sign, you know. The fish you eat today slept last night in some bay. You know. I'll tell you, when
That's
I order
kind of
fish,
sad.
I'm only interested in how it's prepared. I don't care where the fish slept, if it slept, who it slept with to make sure. In fact, I think a fish will taste much better if it was bad morally. That's how I feel.
An immoral fish is probably better.
Fish is very good, though.
yes.
I don't like classy restaurants. Those classy seafood restaurants.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you order lobster before they cook it. Why did they have to show it to you for? And once I was out with a girl and I was trying to impress her. I like this girl too, Johnny.
Yeah.
I took her to a nice place, had a few drinks, relaxing. It was beautiful,
Right.
you know. Trying to impress the girl. It was nice, romantic. It was gorgeous. No waiter came over, you know. Are these two okay? I mean, the lobster came, I was really finished. I was trying to impress the girl how manly I was. You know, I sat in a manly position. I looked at her very manly.
Right.
And then the waiter put a bib on me. I don't like classy restaurants.
You don't like classy
I
restaurants?
like to eat home.
Home.
Home, I don't have to worry about a tie and a jacket, nothing. You know, you want something else, no big production with waiters. You open a refrigerator, I see what's around.
Right.
Although I got a refrigerator at home, I can't figure. It's very deceiving.
Ah.
My refrigerator, it's always full. There's nothing to eat. We got things in our refrigerator like a half a bottle of flat soda, a cup with a broken egg in it.
We do have those things.
This broken egg has been laying there for 4 months, just waiting for someone to scramble it. We have one bottle of ketchup that we use. Then we have another bottle of ketchup. It's almost empty. It's been there now for a year and a half. And there's one thing more in our refrigerator.
Ketchup
A
is
big
yours.
pot takes up a whole shelf. And the only thing that's in this big pot is a half a boiled potato.
Just sits there.
And with my wife, you know, since I'm married, after every meal I hear the same thing. Finish it. I'm only going to throw it out. Somehow I get the feeling she only gets me to eat what she's going to throw out. What's really annoying with my wife, the way she serves a meal.
Serves
Ooh,
badly?
Terrible.
No.
I mean, you put down a steak. How do you forget the plate?
Good thing it finished because I wanted to pause at the end.
Oh, I think every time you get a strong edge to pause, and we've been watching for some time, you have to ask yourself, doesn't that mean that it's about to end?
In your countries, does it also look like that at the family table, that whatever children won't finish, it's for the dad?
Oh, yeah, I think it's a universal thing, right?
You think so?
I think so. That's what he said as well.
Or if anything is almost bad, like it's like the last day of the before the expiry,
Expiry. Mhm.
or after the expiration date, then it's also for the dad.
Oh, no, we never had that at the house. I
No?
never had that, saw that anywhere else either. It's like, the purpose is not for the dad to get sick. The purpose is to guilt him into eating so much more because, oh, I made the salad. If you don't finish it, then I will have to put it away in the fridge. It's not going to be good anymore.
It was very often with my grandparents. Like whenever something was in the fridge and it was almost ready to be thrown out, then it was for the grandfather.
No, for me it was my mom. For me it was my mom. That's why I do this to you. If you like think like something maybe is out of date, I'm like, oh, whatever, I'll eat it. Because my mom always was the one who ate it.
Oh,
I don't know.
what a sacrifice!
It's not really. It's more like you don't want to take the responsibility for someone else getting sick. But yeah, it's very true that you have to be like kind of the trash can for all the food that's left, and then finish after your children as well, and then after your wife, and that's just it's a bit of a different thing if there's still food to be served in the middle of the plate, and you have to take the rest for yourself, which still that's not really the relationship you should have with food. But that I can agree with. Not when you like, when your kids leave like little bits of food and then you have to finish that from one kid and the other kid, and it's just a bit, I don't know. I mean, if you're still hungry, I guess, but it shouldn't be like by default you have to eat it.
Yeah. Well, anyway, it was okay. I mean, there were some jokes that were funny, but for me, there were like 2 or 3.
Yeah, I would say so.
The rest, I'm not a fan.
Strangely enough, because it was 11 minutes, but I still feel like I didn't get into the zone of him. I was kind of waiting to get into it, and I was starting to enjoy it, but I feel like it would have to last at least 20 minutes more for me to really be in tune with his kind of humor.
He doesn't have this quality that Norm MacDonald has, for example, that he is just funny by nature.
Yeah, you're waiting for the joke to be funny. There's not much funny about the delivery.
Yeah, it's okay, and also it disturbed me kind of. I mean, I don't know if this is an act or if this is like a condition, but his nervousness like kind of disturbed me because
you kind of like feel bad for him.
Yeah, you kind of
you're
feel
like, is he
just
okay?
looking by him,
Yeah. You feel this, I think, if you have some empathy and you are in conversation with someone, you want to like make them feel comfortable, but you can't because it's a screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt the same.
Yeah, well, anyway, like I said before, if you guys can explain to us why this guy was such a household name, then let us know. And if you have any ideas, why do we know him?
Also let us know.
Yeah. Well, but if you want my honest opinion, I didn't like it that much. I think it got old a bit.
I wouldn't say it got old. I just really think it was lacking the... I think in the one-liner style comedy, it's either like when we watched the Jeselnik or like Jimmy Carr, when all the jokes, they are really, really strong. And that's kind of the kind of comedy. Or you have to have very funny delivery, like Norm.
But also those jokes just weren't that funny.
Yeah, there was the older kind of humor. That's true.
It was about like subverting the expectations,
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Like most of the one-liners work, but it was done in such a way that it didn't really take you by surprise.
Yeah, and I think those jokes some of them I have heard before as well.
They, even if you didn't hear them, they sound
like you've heard them. Yeah, because they are based on around the same building blocks, I guess. No?
Yeah. All right. Thank you guys for watching.
Thank you.
And as always, have a nice day. If you want to subscribe, then do that. If you want to comment, please comment.
And leave a like if you want. And we'll see you in the next video.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.